Hello friends, welcome back to Restart UPSC. So far we have completed 50 questions, right? Now let's start with the 51st question. Consider the following statements about particular vulnerable tribe groups PVTGs in India. Okay, now see friends, see here in this question, in the third statement, there are 95 PVTGs officially notified in the country so far. See here, we know there are only 75 PVTGs, right? Now see, 3, 3, 3. Answer is 1, 2 and 4. See simply if we know the number we are getting the answer. Okay, now let's see the statements. Okay, PVTGs reside in 18 states and 1 union territory. Okay, maybe we don't know these facts. Okay, see while solving this type of questions, please don't see that here the numbers are present, so this statement will be wrong. Try to read all the statements. Okay, see here, if you decided in the first instant that one is wrong, you will mark the wrong answer. Right now, the second statement, a stagnant or declining population is one of the criteria for determining PVTGs. So what we have to read? We have to read about the criteria of determination of PVTGs, right? And see, here we know it is 75. Now see, Irular, they belong to Tamil Nadu, and Kondareddy, they belong to Telangana. Tribes are included in the list of PVTGs. Yes, this statement is also correct. Now see, what we have to read? See here, this PVTGs groups is very much important, right? And it was constituted under the report of Debar Commission. Okay, even about it we have to read. Now see, it is asking about the PVTGs, right? We will try to make list of PVTGs state-wise. Okay, sometimes see UPSC will be asking tribes and states also as well, right? We have seen few questions regarding that. So let's try to read about PVTGs. Okay, its criteria, Debar Commission. Okay, their distribution, right? This 75 number PVTGs state-wise. Okay, now coming to 52nd question. With reference to Constitution of India, prohibitions or limitations or provisions contained in the ordinary laws cannot be act as prohibitions or limitations on the constitutional powers under Article 142. Okay, it could mean which one of the following? See here friends, see it is Article 142. That means it is related to Judiciary, Supreme Court. Now see the options. The decisions taken by Election Commission. See these articles, it will be there in some 300s, right? Roughly I'm telling. 324 is the article related to Election Commission, right? Now he is giving 142. Okay, let's see the other statements. See here, Supreme Court of India. Okay, keep this aside. Now you see, he's asking about President. Okay, the executive chapter will not be greater than this article number 142, right? It is between some 70s only. Just in rough manner I'm telling. See, state legislature cannot make laws. We know state legislature starts from some 18 some about 160, right? In this way. But see, if you know about Article 142, this is very easy. See, it is in news. It was in news as well, right? I think Supreme Court has released the killers of Rajiv Gandhi, right, under the Article 142 to do complete justice for them. Okay. See, it is not constrained in the exercise of its powers by laws made by the Parliament to do a complete justice. Okay, this is the exact option. Okay, now we see what we have to do. We have to know the judiciary chapter becomes very important, and this powers of Supreme Court. Okay, and there are other jurisdictions as well, right? Advisory jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, original jurisdiction, right? All these things we have to read, and with the relevant articles. See, UPSC is asking article numbers as well. Right, in 2024 it has asked about Article 109. I didn't know that it was related to money bill, the preserve of money bill. Okay, so these are very easy questions. 2 marks we'll be losing. Okay, now coming to 53rd question. With reference to Legislative Assembly of a state in India, consider the following statements. Okay, the governor makes customary address to the members of the house at the commencement of first session of the year. Yes, this is correct. Now, when a state legislature does not have a rule on a particular matter, it follows the Lok Sabha rule on that matter. Yes, this is also correct. Alright, this is there in Article 208, Clause 2. Okay, so answer is both 1 and 2. Now what we have to read? See, we have to read about the state legislature, state assembly, right? And what are the relevant regarding this, and also articles as well. See, directly UPSC is asking the content which is there in the articles. Okay, very important. Let's go to the 54th question. Consider the following statements. United Nations Convention Against Corruption has a protocol against smuggling of migrants by land, sea and air. See here friends, this is against corruption, not about smuggling of migrants land and air sea. This is taken care by this UNTOC, that means transnational organized crime. Okay, this smuggling is organized crime, right? So first statement is wrong. Okay, see, remove this. Now, UNCAC is the first ever legally binding global anti-corruption instrument. See here friends, by seeing this word, ever first legally binding instrument, we feel that this statement is wrong, but this is the right statement. Okay, now coming to the third statement. The highlight of United Nations, okay, see, Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime is the inclusion of a specific chapter aimed at returning assets to their rightful owners from whom they have been taken illicitly. See, this is there, no? This is under UNCAC, not TOC. Okay, so this is also wrong. Right? See here, this is the tough question only. See, if we find these type of questions, we'll outrightly not attempt this question. Okay, we'll move to the other question. Why? Because see here, this is a trap. Okay, by looking it, we'll mark a wrong option, and if we don't know about this, we feel that this statement is correct, right? So we'll try to avoid this type of questions. So, let's go to the fourth statement. United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime is mandated by its member states to assist in the implementation of both UNCAC and UNTOC. See here, even this statement is also correct. Answer is both 2 and 4. Okay, now what we have to do? Right? If this type of questions come in exam, we'll leave it. But since UPSC has asked about it, we'll read about United Nations. Okay, first thing, and the organizations which are under the United Nations, and also we'll try to read few important things about UNCAC, UNTOC, and even UNODC as well. Okay, let's try to make notes on it. I'll share in the Telegram channel. Okay, now coming to 55th question. Consider the following statements. As per recent amendment to the Indian Forest Act 1927, forest dwellers have the right to fell the bamboos grown on forest areas. See here friends, this is not under Indian Forest Act 1927. It is under Indian Forest Amendment Bill of 2018. Okay, so first statement is wrong. Right, so remove this. First statement is wrong. Let's go to the second statement. As per Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights Act, okay, bamboo is a minor forest produce. Yes, this statement is correct. Okay, the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights Act allows ownership of minor forest produce to the forest dwellers. Yes, even this is also true. Okay, answer is 2 and 3. Now see friends, we have to read about these acts. Okay, Indian Forest Act 1927. All the forest acts are very important. Now see the recent amendments also. Okay, and see about Indian Forest Act. This Forest Rights Act 2006 very important. See, it is 2006 means it completed 20 years by 2026. So this will be very important for the prelims, next year prelims, right? So let's read about all these things. Right? It becomes very important for us. Coming to 56. Which article of Constitution of India safeguards one's right to marry the persons of his own choice? It is under the Article 21, right to life. See here friends, right to marry a person of its own choice, okay, it is treated as a safeguard under Article 21, but it is not a fundamental right in totality. Okay, in 2023, in the case of Supriyo Chakrabarti, this was made very clear that it is not a fundamental right under Article 21, but it is a safeguard to people who want to marry of their own choice. Okay, please remember this. Again, see, this question may become again. Okay, if this time it may ask that right to marriage is a fundamental right, but no, it is declared by Supreme Court under this case. Okay, now coming to 57th question. Now see here, friends. Sorry, now we have to read about, see, all these are all fundamental rights, right? Now see, this type of some cases are there which are dealing with the fundamental rights, so even they are also very important. Article 19 is important, right? UPSC is asking many questions related to Article 21, right? Even in 2024 also it was there. Yeah. We have to read about all the fundamental rights, very very important. Yeah. Coming to 57th question. Consider the following statements. According to Indian Patents Act, a biological process to create a seed can be patented in India. See here, friends. The only biological process which can be patented is on the microorganisms. Okay, not on any plants, animals, any biological processes. Okay, so this statement is wrong. Okay, now next statement. In India, there is no intellectual property appellate board. See here, he is already given the board name and is telling it there is no there. So this board is present. Okay, even second statement is wrong. Right, now see, plant varieties are not eligible to be patented in India. See here, he's talking about plant varieties, seeds, right? Biological processes. Yes, this statement is correct. Answer is 3 only. See here, 3 is present in all the options also. Okay, now see what we have to do. We have to read about Indian Patents Act since it has asked. Okay, what are the provisions in it? Okay, and see this body also, Intellectual Property Appellate Board. It was constituted in 2003, and this act it was enacted in 1999. Okay, and there is other act as well, the Plant Variety Protection and Farmers' Right Act, which is considered in 2001. Okay, even that also we have to read. Okay, and also see here, friends, in India there is no law which allows a patenting of plants. Okay, now coming to 58th question. Consider the following statements. The Environment Protection Act 1986 empowers the Government of India to, okay, state the requirement of public participation in the process of environmental protection and the procedure and manner in which it is sought. See, friends, when we see at this statement at face, we feel that this statement is correct, but no. In this act, the public participation is not mentioned. Okay, this act obliges central government to protect the environment. Okay, it does not talk about the public participation. Okay, now see, they lay down the standards for the emission or discharge of environmental pollutants from the various sources. Yes, the statement is correct. Because we are dealing with the Environment Protection Act, it will give the standards, okay, to lay down to reduce the emissions and discharge of the pollutants. Okay, now this becomes, answer is 2. Now what becomes important, we have to read everything about Environment Protection Act. Okay, and see National Green Tribunal as well, and Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee. See, all these things, they are under the Environment Protection Act only. So we have to read everything about this act. It will be there in our conventional sources, whichever you are following, Shankar IAS or PMFIAS. We'll try to revise from that. Okay, now coming to 59th question. As per the Solid Waste Management Rules 2016 India, which one of the following statements is correct? Okay. Waste generator has to segregate waste into 5 categories. It is 3 categories. Okay, it is biodegradable waste, okay, dry waste, and the hazardous waste. Okay, so this statement is wrong. Now, the rules are applicable to notified urban local bodies, notified towns, and all individual townships only. Okay, now friends, even for the local bodies, okay, and some small towns also, okay, according to the population, these things are applicable. Okay, so this statement is also wrong. See here, this word makes this statement wrong. Yeah. The rules provide for the exact and elaborate criteria for the identification of sites for landfills and waste processing facilities. Yes, this is the right statement. These rules are made, okay, for this sake only. They'll be identifying the criteria of landfilling sites and waste processing facilities so that this solid waste which is collected, it can be disposed correctly. Okay. Now see, it is mandatory on the part of waste generator. That means waste generator means people should know that the waste generated in one district cannot be moved to the other district. See, how can this be the responsibility of a waste generator? Okay, he can't be looking at it. We'll generate a waste, we'll throw outside, or else we'll give to the person who is taking the waste. Okay, so this is not the responsibility of the waste generators. It is not mentioned in the rules. Okay, answer is C. See, friends, we have seen this solid management rules. UPSC is asking wetland rules also we have seen. Okay, regarding wetland rules 2010, there was a previous year question. So whichever rules are being made, okay, important rules, and whichever UPSC has asked, we'll try to make notes on it. And also any if any recent amendments of the bills or acts, okay, from the acts only the rules will be coming. So recent rules and regulations we have to read, friends. Okay, they will be there in the current affair magazines. We'll try to refer from that. Coming to 60th question, consider the following statement. As per the Industrial Employment Standard Order Central Amendment Rules 2018, see here again rules are asked. See, this is 2018. This question we are dealing in 2019. So the current affairs are very important, friends. The rules for fixed term employment are implemented. It becomes easier for the firms and companies to lay off the workers. See, we feel that when there is fixed term, we cannot lay off the person. See, they are hired for fixed terms. That means on the contractual basis. So it will be easy for them to hire and to fire also. Right? So this statement is correct. See, after the completion of contract, they can lay off the persons. Correct? Now see. No notice of termination of employment shall be necessary in case of temporary workman. See, the word temporary, it means what? He is just working for the time being. So we can remove him. There is no contract between the company and the worker. So we can, without any notice, we can remove him. Okay, the answer is both 1 and 2. See, friends, we need to read about these rules also. Maybe at now, presently, it may not have the significance, but at least we'll try to know about the basic things about these rules and what are the learnings we have taken. Here, solid waste management rules, wetland rules, right? And also here again industrial employment rules, right? So whichever rules and regulations are there in current affairs, we have to read, friends. UPSC is asking about these things. Coming to 61st question, the service area approach was implemented under the purview of. This is under lead bank scheme. Okay, very simple question. Okay, these are done by the scheduled commercial banks and RRBs also in the rural and semi-urban areas. Okay, in order to develop the inclusivity in the banking system. Okay, it was introduced in the 1989. Sorry, 1989. Okay, this scheme. Right. So now what we have to do, see here. Integrated Rural Development Program, Manrega. Manrega is in use because many beneficiaries' names were removed. Okay, because of many mismatches, name mismatch, and other reasons. Right. And see, National Skill Development Mission. That we have seen the recognition of prior learning. Okay, National Skill Development Framework. Right. So skill development is in use. Right. Very important also. See, we'll try to read about all these terms. Right. Now, coming to 62nd question. With reference to the management of minor minerals in India, consider the following statements. Sand is a minor mineral according to the prevailing law in the country. Yes, friends. That's why we are regulating sand mining. Okay. It is also a minor mineral. So, first statement is right. No. State governments have the power to grant mining leases of minor minerals, but the powers regarding the formation of rules related to the grant of minor minerals lie with the central government. No, it also lies with the state government only. Okay, of minor minerals. Okay, so this statement is wrong. Now coming to third statement, state governments have the power to frame rules to prevent illegal mining of minor minerals. So yes, he's telling powers regarding formation of rules, it is there with central government. And now he's telling state governments can make rules about illegal mining of minor minerals. See, contradictory words, right? So the answer is 1 and 3. Now see, we know we have seen many questions regarding minerals and all these things, no? So we have to read about Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act, okay, MMDR Act 1957, and recent amendments also they are there. Okay, we have the critical minerals are also there, no? So again, see, these are all the provisions of this act only. So we have to read the provisions of this acts as well. Okay, very, very important. Coming to 63rd question. Consider the following statements. Most of the India's external debt is owned by government entities. No, friends, it is owned by private individuals, private sector, okay, NRIs, okay, these people, not the government sector. So this statement is wrong. Now, all of India's external debt is denominated in US dollars. See, friends, in our forex reserves, we don't have only dollars. We have gold. We have HDRs. Okay. Sometimes we deal with our Indian rupees only. If the other party is accepting Indian rupees. Okay. There is yen and euros also. Right. Not only dollars. So even this statement is wrong. Right. Very simple question. Right. Answer is neither one nor two. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to read about our external sector, external debts. Okay. It will be in economic survey. So what are the trends of forex reserves? Right? All these things becomes very important. And also what constitute our forex reserves also we have to read, not only dollars. Right? Now we are focusing on de-dollarization, especially in the BRICS organization. Right? Now coming to 64th question. Which one of the following is not included in the assets of commercial bank in India? Not assets. That means liabilities. What are the liabilities of bank? See, it takes deposits from the people. That means it is taking loans from people. So it becomes a liability for them. Okay, they are not assets. Answer is deposits. Okay, they have to repay them. They become liabilities, not assets. Okay, very simple question. Right? Now see, we have to read about banking sector. Okay, see, of course, this question is very basic question. Okay, and we have to know about the assets and liabilities of the banks also. Very simple question, friends. Okay, nothing much to discuss about. Now, coming to 65th question. In the context of India, which one of the following sectors is our contributor or contributors to reducing the risk of currency crisis? That means what? Currency crisis, when it will be reduced? From some sources, we need to get the currency, and the currency which is going from our side, we have to regulate it. That means we have to regulate the expenditure and increase our receipts. Now see, the foreign currency earnings of India's IT sector. Earnings, that means we are getting money. So yes, this will reduce the currency crisis. Now, increasing the government expenditure. Expenditure means what? We are spending money. That means it will increase the crisis. So, second statement is wrong. Now, remittances from Indians abroad. That means people are sending money to India. So here, the currency crisis will reduce. We are getting money from the Indians who are there in abroad. So even this statement is correct. Answer is 103. See, these both are basic questions from NCRTs. Okay, economic NCRTs. Okay, so see here, we need to read the NCRTs, basic NCRTs especially, which are related to economy, microeconomy. Okay, India and development. Okay, it is there now. Those things we have to read, friends. Now coming to 66th question. Which one of the following suggested that governor should be an eminent person from outside the state and should be detached figure without intense political links, or should not have taken part in politics in recent past? Here, friends, it was recommended by Sarkaria Commission. Okay, this is very basic question, which is taken from Lakshmikant only. Now, what we have to do? We have to read about first ARC, few basic things only, not all, because they are published in volumes and volumes. See, this is Rajmanar Committee constituted by Tamil Nadu government regarding center-state relations. This has recommended to remove the civil services, the steel frame of India. Okay, IAS and IPS, all India services, they didn't want that. So they have recommended to remove it. And also, this National Commission to review the working of Constitution, it was headed by Venkatachalaya. Okay, so these things are very, very important. Okay, we'll try to read about all these things. And also see here, we are reading about center-state relations. So there are many other committees as well, Punji Commission. Okay, even those things also we have to read. Major recommendations. It is there in the Lakshmikant. Now, coming to 67th question. Which one of the following is issued by registered foreign portfolio investors to overseas investors who want to be part of Indian stock market without registering themselves directly? See, here, friends, it is about participatory note. That means they can participate in our Indian stock market, okay, not directly through the investors. Okay, so answer is D. Right? Now see what we have to read. We have to read about certificate of deposit. These are short-term instruments issued by commercial banks. Okay, and see commercial paper. It is also a short-term instrument only. Okay, it is for some generally for small periods, right? And certificate deposit is for 91 days only. Okay, and promissory note. We know it's a financial instrument between two parties, right? So we need to read about all these things, and we have to know about which is short-term instrument and which is long-term instrument. Okay, right? Now, coming to 68th question. Consider the following statements. As per law, compensatory afforestation fund management and planning authority exists at both national levels and state levels. Yes, friends, it exists both in the national level and state levels. Okay, now the people's participation is mandatory in the compensatory afforestation programs carried out under Compensatory Afforestation Fund Act 2016. Here, friends, this is not mentioned in the act. Okay, so this is wrong. Answer is 1 only. Now see here, friends, what we have to do. We have to read about this act, Compensatory Afforestation Fund Act, right? This 2016, very, very important. Okay, now see, this CAMFA fund is there, no? It comes under public account. Okay, public account of India and public account of the state. Okay, not another consolidated fund of India. Okay, please remember this fact. So let's revise about this act. Okay, I'll try to make notes and I'll share in the Telegram. Okay, now coming to 69th question. In India, which one of the following review the independent regulators in sectors like telecommunications, insurance, electricity, etc.? Now let's see the organizations. See here, Finance Commission. See what's the role of Finance Commission? It recommends the distribution of taxes among the centers and states, and it will also recommend the center to give grants to the local bodies as well. Okay, so what does it has in the regulating of these sectors? So 3 is wrong, right? Remove this. Right, we have left with 2 options. Now see, Niti Aayog. It is a think tank. Okay, it is a place where the cooperative federalism is taking place. That means we are discussing the planning of India and the states along with the center and the participation with the states as well. Okay, they are not the regulators. Niti Aayog is not a regulator. So even this is wrong. Answer is what? 1 and 2. Right? These are regulated by either ad hoc committees which are set up for the purpose only for time being, and they are also regulated by department related standing committees. Okay, there are 24 standing committees, right? So they will be associated with the respective departments, and they will be doing the regulating frameworks. Okay, so the answer is 1 and 2. Right? Now let's read about department related standing committees, parliamentary committees. Okay, and see Finance Commission, very important. We have constituted Finance Commission, right, under Arvind Panagaria sir. Okay, even that is also very important, right? Other recommendations of Finance Commission into APPSC 2025 mains also. This question was asked. The Financial Sector Legislative Reforms Commission. See, we have to read about this thing as well. Okay, now coming to 70th question. With reference to India's 5-year plans, which of the following statements is are correct? From the second 5-year plan, there was a determined thrust towards substitution of basic capital good industries. See here, in the second 5-year plan, we are focused on industrialization. See, capital good industries. This statement is correct. Right? No. The fourth 5-year plan adopted the objective of correcting the earlier trend of increased concentration of wealth and economic power. Yes, this fourth 5-year plan, it was mainly focused on the reducing the income inequalities. Okay, on the social welfare. right? Now, coming to third statement. In the fifth 5-year plan, for the first time, financial sector was included as an integral part of the plan. See happens in the fifth 5-year plan. Removal of poverty. Garibi Hataao was the main focus. Okay, not about the financial sector. Okay, it was not included by in the first time. Right? So answer is 1 and 2 only. Okay. Now see, these 5-year plans are not there. We have Niti Aayog has replaced Planning Commission, but still there are few questions coming in state PCS exams. Maybe in the recent past, UPSC has not asked about 5-year plans. Okay, but let's try to make notes of this all 12 5-year plans and the main constitutes of this 12 5-year plans. Okay, because in state UPSC exams are also very important for us. Okay, now coming to 71st question. With reference to Asian Infrastructure Development Bank AIIB, consider the following statements. It has more than 80 member nations. Yes, of course, now there are 97 nations in it. Right? India is the largest shareholder in IIIB. It is not largest, it is second largest. Please comment which is the country which is holding the first largest shareholder. Okay, so second is wrong. No. AIIB do not have any members outside the Asia. See here friends, he is telling AIIB does not have any nation outside Asia. But see, here there are 97 members. Okay, that means even this statement is also wrong. Asia does not consist of 97 nations. Hardly it consists of maximum from 40 to 50 nations only. Okay, answer is 1 only. Right? See, there are other nations as well, like Australia, New Zealand, Qatar, Canada, okay, Armenia, Brazil, even they are also there in this AIIB. Right? And as I said, India is the second largest shareholder, right? And India is also the largest borrower from this AIIB as well. Okay, we are giving and we are taking. Right? Now what we have to do, we have to read about AIIB. Okay, all the related headquarters, what are there, what are the members, especially, and who is the, and he's asking about shareholder, right? So we'll try to read about shareholder as well. Okay, and see, he's asking about Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So there is New Development Bank as well. Okay, Shanghai Corporation as well. Okay, there are other World Bank like this. There are many other financial institutions there globally. So we will try to read about all those things as well. Okay, this is there in Beijing. Its headquarters is in Beijing. Right, now coming to 72nd question. What was the purpose of intercreditor agreement signed by Indian banks and financial institutions recently? Intercreditor agreement signed by banks. Okay, please remember this. Intercreditor, that means among the creditors. Okay, that means creditors. Who are the creditors here? Banks only. Now see, to lessen the government of India's perennial burden of fiscal deficit. See, he's asking about creditors, right? What does creditor? Why creditor is crediting? For the sake of profit. So what's the need of lessening the fiscal deficit of those creditors? Okay, they want profit, right? Now see, to support the infrastructure projects of central and state governments. Okay, so let's keep this aside. Now it acts as independent regulator in case of applications for loans of 50 crore or more. Is telling regulator. This is an agreement between the creditors. Okay, see, this is the answer. To aim at faster resolution of stressed asset of 50 crore or more which are under consortium lending. Okay, this is the main focus. It was this agreement is there, no? It was made under SUBJECT plan. Okay, mainly to reduce the bad loans. Okay, and this agreement is there, no? It was this was recommended by Sunil Mehta committee. I'll write it here. Sunil Mehta committee. Okay, here friends, these committees are there, no, related to banking sector, economic sector. So these committees are very important. Okay, maybe they may not be asked in prelims, but we have to use these committees in mains examination. Well, when we are giving any way forward. Okay, if you want to substantiate our points also, these committees becomes very important. Right, now see what we have to read. We have to read about this intercreditor agreement. Okay, see, this is about Sussex plan, sorry, and also regarding bad loans, stressed assets, NPS, okay, NPS committees, okay, all these things we have to reference. Coming to 73rd question, the chairman of public sector banks are selected by the, see, it was then Banks Board Bureau, now it is not Banks Board Bureau, right? It is Financial Services Institution Board. Okay, it was constructed in 2022. Now, this organization, it will be appointing the chairmen of public sector banks. Okay, okay. Now, see, we have to read about this as well, right? Some basic things we'll try to read about it. Now, see, Reserve Bank of India, Ministry of Finance, okay, management of concerned banks. Right? See here, okay. If we keep these two aside, Reserve Bank of India is very important, and this Financial Services Institution Board is also very important. Okay. Now, coming to 74th question. Consider the following statements. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, okay, is the first regulatory body set up by Government of India. See, this was not first. DAI was the first regulatory body which was appointed. Okay. So, first statement is wrong. Let's go to the second statement. One of the tasks of PNGRB is to ensure competitive markets for the gas. Yes, see, it is a regulator. So what it does? It maintains the competitive markets. Appeals against the decisions of PNGRB go before the appellate tribunals for the electricity. See, friends, by seeing this statement, we feel that since it is a board, so it will have appellate authority as well. Okay, and we'll consider this statement is wrong. But no, see, this is the appellate tribunal body for both electricity related issues and also petroleum and natural gas board as well. Okay, this is constituted under Electricity Act 2003. Okay, now see, we have to read about this petroleum and natural gas regulatory board, PNGRB. In 2025 also, this type of question only it has given, right? What does the petroleum, some regulatory body regulates? Okay, some similar question was there, right? Now see, and this Electricity Act, of course, privatization of electricity boards is also going on, right? So we have to read about this Electricity Act as well. Okay, maybe in the upcoming years, UPSC may ask about electricity and privatization of electricity boards will be there. No, this comes mainly. So these things become very important, friends. Let's go to the last question for this video. With reference to the communication technologies, what are the differences between LTE, long-term evolution, and VLTE, voice over long-term evolution? Okay, LTE is commonly marketed as 3G, and VLTE is commonly marketed as advanced 3G. It is not 3G, it is 4G. You know, we have used Geo SIMs, right? In our phones only, it will be coming, right? Whenever we on the mobile data, it will be there LTE or VoLTE. Now 5G is coming. Okay, before a few years, we used to get these things, right? So first statement is wrong. Now, LTE is data only technology, and VoLTE is voice only technology. See, voice, okay, not voice only, it is voice and data also. Okay, this will convert voice into data form and it will transmit. Okay, both voice and data is there. So this statement is also wrong. Answer is neither one, not two. Right? Now friends, see here, 4G and 3G. Now these things are, of course, 3G is now most of the cases it got replaced. Okay, 4G is now it will be phased out in a phased manner, right? And now 5G is there, 6G is also coming. So we have to read about these things. They are in use, especially 5G. Okay, and see, communication technologies are very, very important. Let's revise the science and tech chapter, which is related to communication technologies. Okay, information technologies, all these things. Right? So that's it, friends. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share these videos to your friends and family who are preparing for the competitive exams. If you feel these content they are helpful. Okay, please try to give like for these videos and please comment under these videos if you want any topics to be discussed. Okay, and if I made any mistakes, please let me know. Okay, your feedback is very, very important, right? So thank you, friends. Let's meet in the next video. Jai Hind.